Zacks Rank Buys, stocks with a short-term buy or strong buy recommendation. Now, here are more Zacks Rank Buys. Value stock time now. We're going to take a look at a couple of stocks that have some value for you investors who look for value with Tracey Ryniec, our value stock strategist at Zacks.com. There's a little bit of value there, isn't there? JinkoSolar Holdings. JinkoSolar Holdings. Boy, that's a mouthful. JKS is the ticker symbol.
Yes.
And that's one you want to talk about.
Yep, and they are in the solar area, as the name implies.
I guessed.
Yeah, they manufacture a whole bunch of things across the solar area, the wafers, the panels, things like that. They have customers all over the world. They are China-based, as many of the solar companies are. They're kind of interesting because they only went public last year, so we don't have as long as a track record for them, and they're on the smaller side. They're not a big player in the industry, not yet, but they're trying to get there.
Right.
They just reported earnings, and it was another interesting quarter. Revenue was up big. They had record revenue plus record product shipments. And they said that this coming year would be double the revenue of the prior year, something like $1.5 billion, up from $750 million. So that's a huge change, and the estimates are soaring on that news because basically, if you're doubling your revenue, your earnings per share are going to go up too.
Right.
So you can see the big jump here for 2011. It's a little bit unclear on 2012 still. But the chart is interesting. The solar ones have been very volatile. They only have going back to last year. But given the earnings estimate picture, they're trading at only 3 times earnings. So that's like among the cheapest stocks I think I've covered in a long time.
All right, and CAI International is another one you've written about recently. CAI, the ticker, but you've written about this one before, right?
I have, yeah. And I've done other ones in this sector, the intermodal freight guys.
Freight containers.
Yeah, and this is the hot area because there wasn't enough, there's more demand than there is supply. These guys are definitely seeing it because they had almost 100% utilization in the fourth quarter of all of their containers. They leased them out to companies.
Yeah.
And they expect that to kind of continue at least through the third quarter. So things look good for them too. They also had a really nice quarter last quarter where they beat estimates. Revenue was also up very nicely for them. And you're seeing the estimates up slightly. They're supposed to see a 40% EPS gain this year over last year because this demand still stays strong. They see it going through the third quarter, and stock investors still like it. And you can see from the chart, I mean, it's a pretty crazy chart, almost straight up off the low of 2009, and it's well above the 2008 highs, but they're only trading about 12 times because the earnings estimates keeps going up.
Is this another one of those shipping indicators that indicates the health of the shipping industry, like the dry bulks or not?
No, they're kind of in a different area. The dry bulk index that you're referencing is kind of that's the actual underlying ships that are taking it across.
Right.
And the containers are a little bit different. They're in kind of the same area, but the containers have been much hotter than the underlying shipping index has been.
I thought that might have been a contributor to the tale of the health of the economy.
No, they've been kind of going in different directions. This actually is an area that you could look at as the health of the global economy, because if the containers are in high demand, then that means everybody's shipping around the world. Yeah,
that's right. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, own any?
Nope.
All right. If you want to take a look at some more stock pick ideas, go to our homepage, Zacks.com, because we put 4 new ones up there for you daily, one in each of the investing categories that we write about. With Tracey, I'm Terry Ruffalo.